What is going on, crypto family? This is your boy Random Arts coming with a quick video. And on this video, guys, we're going to be talking about Bitcoin as well as the overall market. Did Bitcoin set its top? So are we now heading into a bear cycle? I see questions like this is being circulated, especially for people who haven't been a part of a cycle going, in the beginning of the bull market. So a lot of people may think like, oh, everything's over. Bitcoin is going down. You guys promised me Lambos. We didn't see alt season yet. So the list goes on as far as to what people are not seeing, and they're very, very concerned. So before I even get into the video, do me a huge favor, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts and opinion about Bitcoin and the overall market. So as you take a look here at the overall global crypto market, it is down only 0.49% in the last 24 hours. Volume in itself, it did increase 66%. Bitcoin is down 0.75 and it's sitting at 92, guys, 92,000. And again, a lot of people are very, very concerned. Some are saying the reason why Bitcoin is down is due to tax selling. Right now they're selling just to be able to get credit for taxes. Whatever the reason being, there's always a different reason each cycle. So it really doesn't matter. As long as you know the pattern. So we're going to go over the patterns here. So that way you guys can see that this has been happening for over 10 years, guys. Bitcoin doing the same thing after it has its breakout. Like I always tell you guys, all I am is just a glorified history teacher, guys, when it comes to crypto. But let's first take it all the way back. So I'm using trading view to being able to show you guys the chart, and this is on the weekly. To me, the weekly gives the best perspective of how things go. And right now, all we are currently in is in a stalled period. Bitcoin, like I mentioned, it has this stalled period after its breakout. And really, the psychological reason behind it is due to the fact that some of the people who bought it in here, they're just so happy that they're finally in profits, and they're like, you know what? I don't want to jinx it. Let me get out before I lose some of my profits, which cause, new buyers or new entry holders to come in. They have their stop losses X, Y, and Z. And as they begin selling, it just becomes almost like a domino effect. And that's what you tend to see in these type of scenarios. So this is dating, guys. Keep in mind, all-time highs of Bitcoin back in the day was around $31.90 back on June 11th. I'm sorry, June 6th, 2011. So when Bitcoin right here finally made its breakout, right? People are excited. It's like, yo, we're going to the moon. Lambos, baby. Then all of a sudden, you get this big sell, and now you start to see Bitcoin start to have a stall out, right? So it stalls out, then boom, after the stall out period is over, then you get the really big parabolic move, which Bitcoin goes from, I mean, if you think about it, this came from $31 and it goes all the way to $1,239.79, topping out like this right here, then becomes the top of Bitcoin. And now we descend into a bear market. So, of course, during the bear market, people are accumulating. And again, it goes back to the same pattern that Bitcoin been doing, guys, since 2011, since 2010. So nothing has really changed. So if you look at it this time around, need to, surpass its all-time highs. Guess what happened? It surpasses all-time highs. Now it's on to the races. Like, let's go to the races. Let's go to the moon, baby. And as it continues to go, it gets this stall out, right? And this, again, when you're looking at it on a chart, people are thinking it's just like an instant thing. Each candle represent a week. So for about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, close to 8 weeks, guys. So really close to 2 months, Bitcoin was stalling out. You know what I mean? And each period, it could be a week, it could be 2 weeks, it could be a month. It all depends. But the only thing that you have to realize is once Bitcoin starts going down, it is a stalling period, especially after it breaks out from its all time high. So you get this 2 months worth of stall, right? Then finally, Bitcoin just goes boom, parabolic, and tops out at 19. So look at the look how big this big parabolic move is in comparison to when it was stalling out right over here. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people are just like, "Oh my God, it's not doing anything." I'm not. And truth be told, this is where I was selling at last not the last cycle, but the cycle prior when I got into Bitcoin, because I initially got into it roughly around, probably no, it was under that because I got it around like 800 or something like that. So it was right around here, and I was the one selling right around here as well with my Bitcoin. So it just goes to show you, because you do have that fear. And anytime that I teach guys, I'm teaching not based upon what somebody else told me. I'm telling you guys based upon first-hand experience, because I do remember my emotions of how I felt in the situation and the reason why I pulled the trigger. So this is why I could tell like what people are gonna do, because based upon patterns. All it is when it comes to crypto is pattern recognition. If you could recognize patterns, then you should be fine. You should be able to make tons and tons of money during this cycle by just simply following the pattern. Now, the patterns, you do have to use it as a guide. It's not 100% science, but majority of the time though, if you find a pattern, it is going to conform. So here we go again. We get this stall out period for about 2 months, then boom, get another one at that as well too. This time, this one was only 3 weeks. 3 week stall out, then off to the races. Then boom, finally sets all-time highs, and now we are going into a descent into the bear market. Fast forward, past 2 years, because the top was made like in December of 2017. No, past 2 years, and boom, here we go again. We get another break on the all-time high. This was the last cycle. As soon as it broke, it had this nice parabolic move. Then we had this again, this stall out period. Here it goes. This time around, it was roughly about 3 weeks, 3 week stall out. Then finally, we get this green candle and off to the races. And Bitcoin sets first all time highs. You get this stalling a little bit. Then it resets another all time high. Then boom, we're back into a bear market. So currently right now, this is the phase that we are in, guys. Again, here's the breakout. Now we're starting to see a little bit of a stalling action. Once we get past this stall, we're going to see a nice parabolic move on the way up, which is going to ignite the overall market. So good thing about these stalls that I like, it does give opportunities for people to be able to get into their assets. I've been seeing a lot of these altcoins, alt tokens, they're not performing, especially the ones on the Ethereum network, guys. They're not performing as well because ETH is taking a beating. You know what I mean? So Shiba Inu currently down 1.74. Look where it's at. It's at 0.4021. Bone, if I'm not mistaken, is somewhere around like 45 cents. Like all these different top assets, especially in the meme sectors, they are getting destroyed. I even looked at GameStop GME on ETH. And the reason why I look at them is due to the fact they are within the same sector as us. They're currently at 96 million, guys. $96 million market cap, down 12% on the day. You have GME on Sol down 1.6%. And one thing for sure though, the asset that really has been holding up the most, at least from what I've seen, has been consistently Roaring Kitty. It's been the safe haven for a lot of my gains in different assets, because I do have a separate portfolio. I know I show you guys the 100K portfolio, well, just for Roaring Kitty, but I actually have separate bags in a whole bunch of different meme tokens. And in comparison to, this has been the one that's been holding very, very strong throughout this dip. So once Ethereum start having a rebound, guess what's going to have a real, real nice pump? It is going to be Roaring Kitty. So big shout out to the community, diamond handing, and I've seen other people are taking the opportunity to be able to get in, because at the end of the day, once the market start pumping, yeah, this is going to be a top asset that is going to pump. But hopefully though, this video was able to clarify what is happening right now in the market. Again, we're currently in the stalling phase. Once we pass the stalling phase, we're going to go to a huge parabolic move on Bitcoin. And once the parabolic move is done on Bitcoin, I think then is where we're going to really enter into alt season. So we're still not there yet. This is, again, we're only 1 month out from Bitcoin surpassing its all-time high. So not a lot of time passed, in terms of where we're currently at. So definitely big shout out to all you guys that's still in the grind, not giving up, because you're legit right there, and about to being able to make life changing gains. But since this video is over 10 minutes long, I want to see who all is the faithful and the true, who's really trying to learn something in this crypto market and not just, just just follow my trader per se. Um, Go ahead in the comment section, drop comment Bitcoin. I want to see everybody who watched the video all the way to the end. But that is all that I have for you today. Random Arts guys signing off. Peace.